Hello, welcome to Chris's Beer Reviews. How are you? Hope you're all doing really well, and also hope the picture quality is better. Changed my internet provider since my last live, which was really quite pixelated. So I've changed it. I've gone with BT, and things do seem to be a lot faster on the old internet things. Certainly in how quick my videos upload now is ridiculously quick. So I'm also hoping this picture quality is really good. So let me know in the comments if the picture quality is any good. So yeah, this review was going to be a live beer review with Dean from Dean's Beer Reviews. And we were going to be reviewing this bad boy, which is covered in the light so you can't really see it, which was the new Bristol Brewery Irish coffee and vanilla ice cream affogato stout. I say were because, as you can see, I'm solo. Dean's not with me. Dean is not going to be with me either, so sorry to disappoint you all, because Dean is the legend of beer reviews, so sorry you're not going to get to see Dean on my live, but unfortunately personal circumstances, he won't be here. He let me know about kind of 20 minutes, half hour ago, and then I was thinking, shit, what am I going to do? What am I going to review? What shall I do? I didn't want to review that beer without Dean, so I am going to save that beer. So we're not going to be reviewing that beer on this live, which then put me in a situation of thinking, what should I do? So we are going to review a beer, people. Don't worry. We are definitely going to review some beer, but it's just not going to be the one that I said I'd do with Dean. I'm going to save that, and I will do that one with Dean when he can. But he's fine. Everything's all good. He's just got something that he needs to sort out. Let me have a slurp of beer. I'm currently drinking the Punk IPA on the PD, desperately trying to get through that keg to get rid of it. But it is quite easy drinking. So let me have a look in the comments. Then I'm going to decide what beer we're going to review. So let me just crack on with where we are in the comments. Kenny Joe, you've got your beer and you're in your recliner. What a great place to be, a beer and a recliner, mate. Love that. Where are you? I'm here now, Kenny. Thanks for dropping in, Kenny. Do appreciate that. Glad you're kicking back in a recliner, mate. 30 seconds on I'm here, I'm done. Evening, Scott. How are you, mate? How are you doing? Looking forward to the Christmas live that we're going to do. That should be a blast as well. So definitely looking forward to that. Hope you've had a good day, Scott. Hope you're all good. BT, never heard of them. Nor have I, mate. Never heard of them. Andy K, evening. Quality very good. Thank you for letting me know that. Good old BT. Glad that's better. Yeah, my internet before was shocking, and I put up with it for so long. I don't know why I put up with this shit internet we had for so long. So I did some research, did a swap, moved to BT broadband, and since then it's been rapid. I'll give you an idea of how quick it's been. Normally, if I upload a video on the internet we had before, it would take hours, almost 8 hours to upload a video. Since having the BT broadband, what I do when I do a video is I film it, do a little bit of editing. The only editing I do is at the beginning and at the end, where I just cut off where I press the button and walk around to the camera. I cut that off. And then while that's uploading, I then design the thumbnail and then attach the thumbnail while it's uploading. Well, now, if I upload the video, it's up quicker than I can upload the thumbnail. So it's literally minutes, which is super fast. It's ridiculously fast. So now I have to do the thumbnail before and then attach it, if that all makes sense. So yeah, glad I've swapped. Took way too long for me to make that decision. Thomas, how are you? Thank you for joining. Let me show you there we go. How you doing, Thomas? How are you? Hope you're well. It's still on my mind, Thomas, that we're going to do the interview where you interview me. I will get round to doing that, Thomas. Don't worry. We'll definitely get round to doing it. Quality better. Good. Glad to hear that. I'm glad it is better. Where are we up to with the comments? Yeah, like and share. That would be good if you could like and share. That just kind of pushes things up the YouTube algorithm to get the channel a little bit more noticed. There's only a couple of you in watching at the moment. But yeah, that would be cool. Andy K, Dean is a legend. What about Scott? Do you want to come on, Scott? I can send you the link if you want to come on. Feel free to. You're more than welcome, Scott, to come on if you want to. Or even more of a legend, Wanda. Absolutely. Wanda's certainly a legend as well. I agree with that. Me, leg, end, Andy. He's definitely a leg end, but he's a legend. Yeah, not a problem. Indeed, Scott, indeed. But yeah, if you want to come on, Scott, I've got the link. I can send it to you. I sent it to Dean earlier, so it'd be easy for me to send you the link if you want to jump on. No issues there whatsoever. Anyone can jump on. Wanda is definitely the legend of our channel. Yeah, Wanda's great, isn't she? She's lovely, Wanda. Real lovely lady. Scott, you're lucky to have her. Only joking. Upload to private, mate, and you haven't got to family with the thumbnail until you're ready. Yeah, absolutely. But I get there. Sorry, mate, I'm not well, pal. So thank you very much for the invite, bud. But I'll watch along. That's cool, mate. Not a problem whatsoever. You were unwell a while ago as well. Well, only a short while ago. What's wrong with you now, Scott? What is wrong with you now, mate? But I hope you get better soon. So, beer-wise, review-wise, I've had a stressful day. I've had quite a shitty day, to be quite honest. So I was really looking forward to having Dean on and reviewing a beer. Then Dean couldn't come on, which no issues. So it kind of threw me a little bit. So I thought, I can't just bin the live. I'll go on and do something. So I was thinking about perhaps doing one of the Christmas type beers that I picked up. And I did a unboxing video of the Christmas beers that I picked up. And there was one in there that I really wanted to save just for a normal review. But I was thinking, why not review it tonight? Why not? Let's just crack on and review it. And it's a Trappist ale. And it's this one. It's the Tyne Meadow. Probably should turn my ring light off because that is just, the light's just bouncing off that white label, isn't it, really? So yeah, Tyne Meadow. It is an English Trappist ale. So it says it's a strong ale brewed by the monks of Mount St Bernard Abbey, Charnwood Forest. There's quite a fair bit on the back, actually. It says, with this beer, we have returned to a 19th century tradition of brewing in our abbey. When our brethren arrived in 1835, they settled in a poor cottage on Tyne Meadow, now an extension of our monastic enclosure. The strong dark ale, referment. The wording is so small on there. This strong dark ale re-ferments in the bottle, store in a cool, dark, quiet place. Pour gently at 9 degrees. Hang on a minute. Is that right? Store in a cool, quiet place. Store it in a quiet place, people. It doesn't like noise. Clearly doesn't like noise. Why don't you like noise? Store in a quiet place. So that's what I'm going to review. And I've got some other beers in. I've always got plenty of beers in. So we can do this one. And if there's people watching and interested, perhaps we'll review another one. So, yeah. Should we crack on with this? Should we crack on with this one then? Let me just slurp the rest of this crap. What I do also have for the Tyne Meadow is the Tyne Meadow glass, which is a lovely little glass. Really nice. It's got a bit of dust. So I'm just going to get rid of the dust using my fleece. Not very hygienic, I know. But yeah, it's a lovely little glass from Tyne Meadow. And there it is. You can't see the logo, can you? There is a logo just there. Can you see that? Slight little logo just there. And then on the bottom here, it is embossed with the Tyne Meadow. So let's do that one. Let's crack on with that and have a look. Let's just see what's wrong with Scott. Man flu, Chris. Don't like it. Don't like it. Over dramatise stuff. This would be my last message ever. You're going to die, are you? The man flu is going to kill you off and we're never going to hear from you again, are we? Good old man flu. Man flu. Apparently, it is scientifically, I don't know how true this is, proven that flu affects men worse than it does women. It's probably a man that came up with that scientific research, but I'll go with it. I'm happy to go along with that. So anyway, let's open this beer. There's the bottle cap. Again, it's got the logo on it. That's exactly what's on the glass is that logo. So yeah, so if you are just joining, I know there's a couple of people more in the room than there were before. Dean's not here. Not going to go into it, but he can't be with us tonight. So I'm not going to review the new Bristol Brewery beer. I'm going to save that for when Dean can join me. We'll review it together then. So I've switched as to what I'm going to review. So let's pour this one out. This is supposed to be very good for a Trappist and an English Trappist. No one else makes an English Trappist. And this comes in at 7.4%. So good strong beer, 7.4%. I like that. Let's pop that up there next to the snowman. Oh, excuse me. So let's have a look at this one then in the glass. There it is in the glass. In your camera, that probably looks really jet black, doesn't it, on your screens? And it is very, very dark. Very dark indeed. That's my doorbell ringing. I'm not going to be answering that if you could hear my doorbell. But yeah, look at that. That is proper dark, isn't it? Almost stout-like. That is really, really dark. Very near the bottom as it's slightly a little bit of red hues, but very, very slight. Let's see how this one sniffs. I wasn't planned for this interview. It's not an interview. I wasn't planned on reviewing this tonight, so let's just crack on. Let's crack on with it. Aroma-wise, dark fruits. Certainly dark fruits on the aroma. Not as prominent as a Belgian Trappist on the aroma. Certainly not. Schedule live on my community, mate. That's very kind of you, Scott. Hope it brings some people in for you. There's only 3 of you watching. Could do with bringing in a few more, couldn't it? It's early, isn't it? Early in the evening. But yeah, on the Tight Meadow Trappist Ale, aroma-wise, dark fruits, kind of figgy, raisin-like, but it's just not as prominent as a traditional Belgian Trappist. So let's see how this one tastes. Cheers, all of you. But that is nice. That is nice. That's tidy. That is more like a Christmas beer. I did a Christmas beer review yesterday, one of the Bad Elf winter ale. That was dreadful. There was nothing wintry about that. Nothing whatsoever. It's just like a golden ale that could have been relabeled for any time of the year. It was dreadful. But this, from Tight Meadow, Trappist Ale, very nice. Definitely has those winter vibes about it. It's at a good temperature, this as well. Definitely got good dark fruits. It's definitely got the raisins. It's got plum. It's got figs. And it's got a nice little alcohol warmth to it as well. Really nice. Certainly one of those beers you want to be kind of drinking in the winter. Nice little alcohol warmth just to kind of fade away those winter blues. Yeah, that's really good. So the 2 of you that are watching, are you having a beverage? Are you drinking? I think this is the earliest I've done a live. I normally do them, sometimes I normally do my lives, normally about 8ish. And it is a weekday. And my channel is small. But I've had quite a few new subscribers recently, which is nice. I think I'm up to 415, which is pretty good. So yeah, delighted with that. Delighted that people are subscribing. But yeah, I think this is the first, is this the first midweek live I've done? So I get it. People have probably been at work all day or still at work, not really in the mood for drinking beer. But yeah, that's a nice beer. Tight Meadow English Trappist Ale. Nice and fruity, dark fruits. Very smooth, nice carbonation. And the alcohol warmth is pretty good. 7.5, what did I say it was? 7.4%. Get a nice little alcohol warmth, nothing major, nothing dramatic. Just a nice type of beer. I'm not disheartened, mate. Not disheartened. Bit sad that Dean's not here. But it's not a problem. No issues with Dean around that. Circumstances change, don't they? We all have busy lives. But yeah, it's just when you're a small channel, Scott. Oh, phones pinging. When you're a small channel, having a few people in the live and the chat creates conversation, doesn't it? But when there aren't many people in the chat, it doesn't create lots of messages to create conversation about. So certainly for bigger channels like yourself, Scott, you get lots of comments coming in, which gives you content, gives you things to talk about. When you're small, just makes that a bit difficult, doesn't it? Makes that a bit harder. It's just a sales text message. So yeah, it makes it a bit trickier, really. Hopefully we can pull in some subs next weekend. Yeah, that'd be cool. Looking forward to the live next weekend. I haven't jumped on a huge amount of lives, other people's lives. I've been on Dean's a couple of times, twice. I think I've been on Dean, been on Barry from All the Beer, No Idea, another absolute beer legend. Been on his once. So yeah, it's good to get on other channels because it does promote your channel, but I've got no real issues with, if you like, organic growth of a beer channel rather than just, just trying to jump on lives for the sake of getting subscribers. That's not what I'm about. I'm just about meeting good people, making good friends. And if I get the chance to go on other channels such as yours, Scott, and Barry and Dean, then that's fantastic because I've got on there through getting to know you and having chat and bants and be invited onto your channel. So that's all good. I'm quite happy with that. But it is hard work doing a live when you haven't got many subscribers. And that's why I generally do beer reviews as a live, because I can talk about the beer, get 10 or 15 people watching or 10 people, get a bit of conversation going, and that works all right. So, yeah, but it is hard when you've only got a small channel. Kenny Joe, drinking a light beer and wishing I had yours. Yeah. But are you working tomorrow, Kenny? It all depends on whether you're working, doesn't it? I'm not working tomorrow. I'm fortunate enough that I'm not. So I can have a stronger beer. But this is an absolutely lovely beer. But getting back to this, let me just click on this. Kenny saying hello to Scott, which is good. We've been there though, mate, and I ain't a big channel. Yeah, you have all been there. But in terms of numbers, I say you are, Scott. I say the likes of you, Barry, Dean, Paul's beer reviews. You're all in that sort of 2,000, 2,500, pushing 3,000 mark. So I'd say that is quite big. There's not many beer reviewers that have massive amounts more than that. There's a couple. The Craft Beer channel, they've got quite a few, and obviously Simon and his channel, but there aren't many that have got that type of level that I'm aware of. So yeah, I do look at you, Scott, as a big channel on YouTube. Absolutely, I do. Scott saying, how you doing, Kenny, mate? Absolutely. I think the first one we did had 500 and we were very nervous. We had Dean and the Brewery on, so it made it easier. Yeah, it does make it easier when there's someone else on because you've got someone else to chat to. But the lives I've done have generally been pretty good. Normally, for me, I'm quite happy if 10 people are in. I find that quite amazing if 10 people come in to listen to me waffle on about beer. So yeah, first one you did had 500. Absolutely, no harm in that. And I'm very nervous. Absolutely, I was proper nervous when I did my first solo live. I was fucking shitting it. And it's a hobby. I'm talking about beer. I'm talking about something I enjoy. And yet I was really nervous about doing my first ever live. And I got a bit nervous tonight, knowing that I didn't have Dean on, because then all of a sudden I thought I've got to change what I'm doing, and I'm not good with change. The other lives I've done, I haven't been particularly nervous about, but definitely the first one is definitely a nervy moment. Yeah, organic growth is the way to go. Yeah, and that's the way I like it. Just grow organically, get to know people, chat to people, and they invite you on their lives, then that's a bonus, isn't it, really? I'm surprised Baz from All the Beer, No Idea hasn't appeared. He quite often sneakily appears in on the lives. I find your lives really interesting. That's very good of you to say so, Thomas. I appreciate that, mate. And like I said earlier, Thomas, I will do that live review. That's a promise. I will do it. It just takes me a while to get things in order. I have quite a hectic lifestyle out of the beer world, and it's just getting the time and getting things booked in. So what I'll do is I'll ping you some dates, Thomas, of when I'm available, and you can do your interview with me. I look forward to it. Your interviews are really good, Thomas. Some of the interviews you do with some of the beer reviewers are cracking. So I look forward to it. They're almost quite challenging, some of those. But I will do it, Thomas. It hasn't gone out of my mind. I've not forgotten about you. I will do it. That's a promise, mate. So is anybody else having a refreshing beverage? Are you having a drink, Scott? I know you've got man flu, so you probably can't taste anything. Let's just go back to this for a minute. Let's just go back to this Type Meadow English Trappist Ale. There it is again. Can this stand up to the traditional Belgian Trappist ales? Now, I'm going to be honest, I have watched reviews of this, and a lot of people like it. A lot of people really rate it. So can it stand up to what we know and love with Trappist ales? It's got good flavour. They've produced a cracking glass. But I don't think it's at the level. I don't think it's at the level of the Belgian Trappists. It's a good beer. Absolutely. It's got lovely, good dark fruit flavours. It's got a winter warmth to it. It's an enjoyable winter beer. Lovely beer to sit back with a roaring fire. But the alcohol, that 7.4%, you know about it. You do really know about it. And it's a bit, the alcohol side of it is a bit, not overpowering. I don't know if overpowering is the right word, but you really know it's there. It's not massively alcohol burning. It's a bit spirit alcohol-y. And that's what lets it down. That's what stops it standing up against some of the best Belgian Trappist ales that are out there. That's what lets it down. If they could work on that, just work on tweaking the way that alcohol comes across in the beer, it could be there. Because like I say, you get all the flavours, pardon me, but that alcohol just gets in the way a little bit. I enjoy lives. I like watching and chatting. I've liked doing a few more beer lives lately as well. I do enjoy the lives. I do get a little bit of a buzz from doing the lives. So yeah, I do enjoy them, which is why I've done a few recently. But yeah, I enjoy doing lives. Raggy does a huge amount of lives reviewing beers, and I love it that he does that. I can't do it as often as he can, but I wouldn't mind being able to do it as often as that, because I do enjoy the lives. Like I say, I get a bit of a buzz from doing lives, and it kind of almost puts you under pressure when you've only got a few in, etc., to find things to talk about, and I don't mind that. I quite enjoy it. Yeah, I look forward to it as well, Thomas, and I will do it. I guarantee you I will. No, mate, I can't be asked. I ain't even opened the calendar tonight, so put out the worst beer I've ever reviewed. So you've not even opened your magnificent Advent beer calendar that Wanda's built for you. You've not even opened it today. That's sacrilege, mate. Get it open. Steve Z, how are you, Steve Z? Hi, all. Sorry I can't stick around, but wanted to say hi. Have you seen Brew York have released a 12% bourbon barrel-aged vanilla coffee and chocolate imperial stout? Does sound right on my street, Steve. You're absolutely right. Sorry you can't stick around, but thank you very much, Steve, for dropping in. Very kind of you to do so. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. So yeah, enjoy the rest of the evening, Steve Z, whatever you're doing. So there you go. So I will rearrange with Dean to review the beer that we were going to review. Again, apologies, Dean couldn't be here, and I know he'll apologise as well. It's one of those things, and that these things happen, but we will. Dean and I will reschedule the new Bristol Brewery Irish coffee and vanilla ice cream Affogato stout. So rather than let you all down and not turn up for the live, I decided I'd still go on with the live, and I've reviewed the Type Meadow. Let me just have a look at this comment, because I've never seen this name on my channel before. Sid Cannon, a bit late, but hello. Sid, I've never seen you before on my channel. How are you? Thank you so much for dropping in. I was very close to wrapping this up, Sid. as you probably know, this video was supposed to be with Dean. Unfortunately, he couldn't be here tonight, and I wasn't going to review the beer without Dean, because we've both got the beer and I want to review it with Dean, but unfortunately he's not been able to make it tonight. So thank you very much for dropping in, Sid. That's very kind of you. Like I say, I've not seen your name before pop up on my lives or ever pop up in a comment on my beer reviews. So thank you very much, Sid, for dropping in. I do appreciate that. Very kind of you. But yeah, there you go. So Thomas is saying hello to Sid. I'm going to wrap this one up. It's a short one tonight because of circumstances. Normally I'll do it live. I normally go for an hour. But I'm going to wrap this one up. Review the beer for you. Scott, you're not Scott. Scott saying hello to Sid as well. Sid, you subbed the other day, but thank you very much, Sid. I really appreciate that. Like I say, my life's normally gone for longer. I got a bit thrown out of sorts because things changed tonight, and I haven't reviewed the beer we were going to review. I reviewed a beer, but yeah, stay sub, Sid, and I will do another live with Dean soon. I'm going to wrap this one up. Thank you all so much for joining. I do appreciate it. Scott, thank you for jumping in as well. I look forward to doing our live in December. That's one to look out for, Sid. If you're not following Scott and Wonders World, Sid, go and give them a follow as well. And I'll be live on Scott's channel next week, I believe, with Dean and Barry from All the Beer, No Idea. And we'll catch up on that one as well. Let me just finish up on these comments. Thomas is saying bye. Cheers, Thomas. Thank you very much for checking in as usual. Sid saying, not bad, Scott. Happy days. I'm all done. I will see you all very soon. Take care, everybody. Thanks for coming. Bye now.